Hey there, Chef D Malfi here, and welcome back to Plant-Based Made Easy. Today, I'm going to be making with you a delicious, creamy, dreamy milkshake smoothie, chocolate avocado smoothie coming right up. I wanted to do a quick and easy Friday recipe with you today, and I want to just chit-chat and catch up about life and how things are going. So if you guys have any questions along the way about plant-based eating or living, let a sister know, will you? I'd love to answer your questions and engage with you because that's why I do this show. I do it for you. I want you to feel confident and competent in the kitchen. So I'm going to give you this wonderful recipe, which comes straight out of my cookbook, Plant-Based Made Easy, issue number 11. And this is an awesome resource for you. It's going to give you a month full of recipes. These are things like breakfasts, lunches, sweets, snacks, and staple recipes. And those are recipes like yogurt, bread, milk, and cheese. And these recipes you're going to make again and again and again. I can promise you that. So you know what? I want to tell you, you can buy this as a one-off, or you can actually purchase this and become a cookbook monthly member and get a new cookbook delivered right to your inbox as soon as it becomes available. So please continue to support the efforts of this show, you guys. And the way to do it is to purchase a cookbook or a subscription. So I'm excited. Today is Friday. I'm really looking forward to the weekend because I'm ready to rest. I'm ready to relax a little bit. And I want to see some family. I want to eat some good food. And there's nothing better than getting myself ready for the weekend by preparing something that's perfect for a Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, or really any day of the week. But today I'm going for the chocolate avocado smoothie. So if you want this recipe, I'm going to pop in the comment box the link to issue number 11, and you can follow along with me. All right. So let's get into the smoothie recipe. So super duper simple. The first thing I want to do is just introduce the ingredients, and they're probably things that you already have on hand. So first things first, we need the mighty avocado. Now, this is a California Hass avocado. You can tell because it looks like perfectly ripe. It has this gorgeous kind of dark skin here, and you can tell it's ripe because I'm going to push my thumb into it, and I can see that my thumb kind of goes in. So it's nice and squishy inside. It's going to be really, really great for a smoothie. For this chocolate avocado smoothie, you want an avocado that's really kind of soft and ripe and ready to go. Don't try to make this with an avocado that's underripe. It's just not going to mix up and blend to a creamy, delicious texture if you don't use an avocado that's ripe. So make sure you get yourself a ripe avocado or let it sit on the counter for a few days until it ripens up. Now, the next ingredient we need is our unsweetened cocoa powder. So I'm going to use unsweetened cocoa powder that I really love. It comes from Spectrum Organic, and it's awesome. You can buy any cocoa powder that you want, but just make sure it's the unsweetened kind. And if you're not sure, because maybe you transfer your cocoa powder to a different container, go ahead and taste it. And I know it might seem weird, but give it a little taste and make sure. And it should taste really dry and cocoa-y and rich and delicious. You don't want to use hot cocoa mix for this. You don't want any of those additives, okay? So unsweetened cocoa powder, which is also going to give you a ton of antioxidants. And then for our flavor agents, I often talk about flavor agents. You want a little bit of vanilla extract, which I'm going to use here. I'm going to use non-alcohol-free pure vanilla extract, and then maple syrup for a little sweetness. You can use any sweetener that you want, but I want something super simple and unrefined. So maple is my favorite. And then of course I need some plant milk as our base here. So I'm going to use plant milk, which I just made this morning. And this is a combination of almond and cashew. This recipe is awesome, and you can actually make it. This recipe comes straight from the cookbook. So check that out. And then I need some freezer ingredients. So let me grab those now. I'm going to be using some ice and some frozen bananas. All right, so I have a nice big bowl of ice here. Ooh, this is great, kind of stuck together. And then 2 bananas, which I really like. And I'm going to show you that I love to actually just freeze a bunch of bananas, like a couple bunches even in the pantry. And I wait till they're freckled or speckled, and then I half them and I put them in a container in my freezer, and they sit in this container. And I put it in a Tupperware that has a top, and then I just pull out 1 or 2 bananas as needed for my recipes. All right, so let's do it. Let's just blend this right up. This is going to be so simple. So I'm going to use my Vitamix today because it's the best. It is going to be a high-speed blender. It's going to make everything really creamy. So make sure that you use a high-speed blender for this. If you don't have a high-speed blender, I recommend then using the next best thing, which is your food processor, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and add my liquid first. I'm going to use plant milk. Throw that right in. And the quantities really depend on how much you're making. I'm going to go ahead and go for it. So 2 cups. All right, I'm also going to add my ice right to my milk. This is going to keep the milk cold, but also it's going to start to kind of break down the ice so it's not too icy when we blend it. And then my bananas. Now, it's up to you how many bananas you want to use. If they're really dark, like speckled, a lot of freckles or speckles, it's going to be sweeter, right? Here's a little fun fact about banana. You can actually get more antioxidants out of a banana if it has more freckles or speckles on it. So keep that in mind. If you want a banana that is less sweet, know that you're also going to get less antioxidants. So the more freckles or speckles, the more antioxidants and the higher sugar. The less freckles or speckles, the less sugar, but the less antioxidants. So your choice, right? Your kitchen, your choice. All right, let's go with our flavor agents next because these are easy ingredients. They're going to float in the plant milk with the ice and the banana. It's going to work really well. So vanilla extract, and you can use any extract that you want. Maybe you want almond extract. That would be really delicious in here. I really like vanilla though because it's nice and mild and it just tastes great with everything. And then a little bit of maple syrup. Now, you can go ahead and use agave nectar. You can use date syrup. You can use a whole date if you want. Just make sure you pit it. But I'm going to use maple because I love it, and just a few tablespoons. And I may add a little bit more maple syrup after I taste once it's blended, but I won't know yet. The bananas are really sweet. These bananas were super dark and super freckled before I froze them. So this is going to be nice and sweet already. We may or may not need any more maple. All right, a little bit of the cocoa powder, which I love. Just kind of like throw that right in. And make sure the cocoa powder is not the last ingredient that you use, all right? Here's why. If it's the last ingredient that you add to your blender, when you actually turn your blender on, it's gonna actually like stick to the top of the blender and not actually get incorporated in the mixture. So make sure you put something else on top. I'm gonna make sure the avocado is the last ingredient we use, and this is gonna make it really nice. So I'm going to take my avocado. I'll do a full screen for this, and I'll show you how I open an avocado. I just take my chef's knife, and I want to make sure that it is like this, right? Kind of like sitting on the cutting board. And I want to actually just take my knife and place it in the avocado and then go all the way around the pit. And that's it. Then once it's around the pit, I can open it up, and we have a really beautiful avocado ready for this smoothie. Now, I like this. I want to show you that this is not the most perfect avocado I've ever opened, but it's going to be really great for a smoothie. It's so creamy that it's going to blend up nicely. So it's okay if you have an overripe avocado. Great way to use an overripe avocado too, for sure. And then I'm going to take the pit out. Here's how I do it. I just take it, I whack it, and then I give it a twist, and then the pit comes out. And then here's the next best trick that I have for you. Take your garbage, and then using the handle of the knife, grab it, and I want to whack the handle on the garbage, and the pit just comes right off. All right, so it's still clean. The knife's still clean. I haven't touched the knife blade on the garbage can, but that's the best way to get it. You don't want to grab the pit from the knife because you may actually cut yourself. All right, grab the rest of the avocado, and I'm using the full avocado for this because I'm making a couple servings of this smoothie. I love this smoothie because it's like half smoothie, half milkshake. It's really good. It's really, really, really good. All right, cool. So we've got the cocoa powder that's sitting down with the avocado on top. We've got the plant milk, the maple syrup, the vanilla extract, the ice, and the bananas. That's basically it. If you wanted to add other things to this, you could add chocolate chips if you wanted. Let's see, you could add some berries if you wanted to make it kind of like, you could do raspberry and chocolate avocado, whatever you want. But this is really creamy and dreamy as it is. So I'm going to keep it just as it is. Really like the simple recipe. Okay, put my top on, put it on top of my blender blade, and then get it going. I'm going to start really low, and then I'm going to bring up the speed, okay? So turn it on. and you can hear right away the like ice is getting chopped up. The ice was frozen enough so that it actually works in that blade and it gets nice and chopped. And this is level 1. That's how powerful this high-speed blender Vitamix is. But I'm going to let it go for a little longer. But you can already see the color. It's looking great. Let me blend it just for 1 more minute. Hi, Cindy. Good to have you. All right. I'm going to turn it on and here we go. I'm going to increase the speed now just a little bit. Okay, so now this is really important. We want to witness the world. This is something that I learned at my very first food job when I worked for Jamba Juice back in high school. I learned the perfect way to master a smoothie is to witness the world. You know that a smoothie is starting to get nice and creamy when that whirl effect happens right above the blade, okay? So this is almost done. I can tell it's just a little chunkier than I want. I want it smooth and creamy and delicious, so I'm just gonna go 1 minute longer. Okay, this looks perfect. I wanted you guys to witness the whirl with me. Did you see it? Did you see it? It was perfect. That was the greatest whirl. And I think this is ready to go. Let me just open this up. And like I said, we need to taste as we go, right? We're not cooking until we're tasting as we're cooking. So make sure that this is to your sweet level liking. Grab a tasting spoon and make sure that it's the consistency that you want. So I'm just going to show you. First of all, it looks super creamy, right? It looks like chocolate soft serve. But I'm going to give it a taste before I serve it up, just in case I need anything else. Oh, it's so good. Oh, it's really, really nice. I don't think I need anything else. This is not super sweet. It's definitely more chocolatey. If I wanted, I could maybe do a little swirl of maple syrup on top once I actually portion these out into cups. But I think this is really great. All right, so I am going to now fill up my glass here, serve it up. The cool thing about this smoothie milkshake is that it's wonderful for a breakfast. It's great for a snack or a dessert. It's really, really, really good for kind of any time of day, any time of week, as far as I'm concerned. So here you have it, you guys, a chocolate avocado smoothie. This looks really good. I mean, it's so yummy. I'm going to show you in the overhead. Look how creamy and delicious this looks. You can't even tell there's avocado in it by looking at it, and you certainly can't by tasting it. That avocado really lends itself to being really creamy and yummy. All right, so I'm going to give this a taste, but before I do, I want to say thank you to you. Thank you to this food, and thank you, God. Here we go. Oh yeah, it's so refreshing. It's banana-y, it's creamy, it's cocoa chocolatey, yum. This recipe is so good. I absolutely love it. It really kind of tastes like a Wendy's Frosty. Ooh, but like a healthy version. You guys, I'm onto something here. You're going to love this. Try this recipe and make it your own. Okay. Well, you guys, I have a big announcement to make. And I didn't know when to say it, but I think the time is now. Today is actually the last day that I'm going to be filming Plant-Based Made Easy right here in this studio. And I'm moving to Hawaii. I can't believe it. I was so inspired when I was in Waikiki this month. I just felt like there was such an amazing opportunity for plant-based living and eating and cooking to really like grow on the island of Oahu. So I'm moving to Oahu come mid-July. I'm super excited. This makes me very emotional to know that this is my final day here in Plant-Based Made Easy in the studio, but I'm doing it. I knew there would be tears. That's why I brought tissue. Thank you guys so much for everything. I'm super excited to continue this show in Hawaii. I hope that you guys will follow along with me once I'm there. I won't be set up for a few weeks, so I'm not going to be doing the show for the next couple weeks, but I am there. That's why I'm wearing my Aloha Friday shirt right now. Continue to connect with me, please. I'm on Instagram at Chef D Malfi. Tear. Can you guys see this? Oh man. And I would love to continue to stay in touch with you guys until I'm up and running in Hawaii. I got to tell you though, I am going to definitely be bringing the Aloha spirit with me there, and I hope to be bringing the Plant-Based Made Easy community with me there as well. So continue to follow along, continue to cook through these cookbooks, you guys, because they're still available. I am going to be putting out issue 12 as I'm relocating, so look for that in the next few weeks. I am super excited. You guys can continue to watch me with a new Aloha, beautiful Hawaiian background, and I cannot wait. So thank you so much for following along with me through this journey here at Plant-Based Made Easy right here in my home in Southern California. This is definitely a bittersweet moment for me. There's been a lot of transition and change for all of us in 2020 and 2021. And this is a big moment, I think, for not just me, but for the community and for everyone we know, right? And so I just want to thank you for your support. I want you guys to continue to thrive and live healthy. And I cannot wait to pick this up again in Hawaii. And until then, you guys have a wonderful, blessed, and amazing rest of your month. I'm going to be continuing to be here with you just from afar. And I cannot wait for the next show. Until then, aloha, mahalo. I love you all. And I'll see you next time. Peace.